Now we're going to talk about slander first. Then we're going to get into this rape doctrine and marriage in the Bible. And so we're going to do this all in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. So when you go into the scriptures, it tells you what God hates. Proverbs 6, it says, these 6 things do the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are abomination unto Him. 17, a proud look and a lying tongue. See, that lying tongue is when people is using slander on somebody because you lying. And that Satan goes back to adversary or slander. Somebody that slander a person. They are Satan. Now, 19, it says a false witness that speak lies, and he that soweth discourse amongst brothers. So when you lying in the midst of brothers, that discord go to contention or strife. You sowing strife amongst brothers, bringing strife and contention between the brethren by spreading your wicked lies about something that they did or said. Or you spreading lies on the Most High, causing further contention to the brethren, because now it's a conflict between them and the Most High. Okay, and that's what a lot of people are doing. And what they're doing is they trying to use this rape situation, this rape controversy that's in the Bible. And they taking everything out of context, and they're not understanding what's going on in the Bible, and they giving their opinion about the situation. So let's go straight to it. Now, when you go into this so-called rape doctrine, you have to know what's going on. Now, here is the point, and then you got some women that's trying to say God is wrong and God is wicked, and they ignorant behind, don't know what's going on in the word and in the situation. So I'm gonna try to give some understanding. It says, verse 28, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed. See, that virgin meaning she's a virgin, a real virgin. She's not been with a man. Which is not betrothed. That meaning she has not been promised to another man, or promised to any man by her father. See, you got to understand what's going on. So this is a damsel who's not been with a man, and she's not been promised with a man. It say, and lie hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found. So somebody find out that this girl is lying with this man that she's not betrothed with. Then the man that lie with her shall give unto the daughter's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. Now this situation, when you look at how things is done, you understand this girl was a willing participant in the situation. She was a willing participant, because this is not how things are done in with these group of people, with the Israelites. This is not how they conduct marriage. You see? So when you go back up to 20 and give you some more understanding. It says, but if this thing be true, and the token of virginity be not found for the damsel. So now, this letting you know that when the marriage situation went down, they would go into a marriage chain, a consummation of marriage chamber, and the sheet would be, the sheet that was on the bed would be a token of her virginity. Look at verse 17. It says, and lo, he have given occasion of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, meaning a virgin, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. So now the father say, hold on, wait, here go the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. What cloth is that? That cloth is the sheet, to prove that she was bleeding on that sheet and she was a virgin. And they only gonna take it and spread it out in front of the elders if she was a virgin and was bleeding on the sheet. And this man just coming up telling a lie. You see? Now it says, this token of virginity be not found for the damsel. So they don't find blood on this sheet. If the man is not lying and he telling the truth, and he done went up and paid the father 50 shekels to get with this daughter now. Cause look, in 19 it say that the 50 shekels gonna turn into 100 shekels if it says if he was lying. So if he was lying and saying this she ain't no virgin, she y'all lying to me, and they take the sheet and put it in front of the elders, then the elders gonna say, well, but hold on, wait a minute, this thing got blood on it. She was a virgin. So now he got to, not only do he got to pay 50, he got to pay 100 shekels of silver. It's gonna double the price for him telling the bold-faced lie in front of the elders and the Lord. So verse 20 is when it is not found, when he wasn't lying, he was telling the truth, and she was not a virgin. For 21, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and men of her city shall stone her with stones, that she die, because she has wrought folly in Israel, to play the whore in her father's house. See, this is what the thing was about, man. You got two issues going on. You got the men telling lies, and you got the women trying to be a whore, and you got the tradition of the Israelites having respectable arranged marriages. See, it wasn't no people just getting with each other because they like each other, and they go cuddle up somewhere in the woods and build them a house and a tent and have children. No, it was arranged marriages, and you had Negroes telling lies, and these heifers telling lies and being whores on the down low. See, and the punishment for the man telling a lie was he gonna spend money. If he's sleeping, if he tell a lie and say that she wasn't a virgin, they got evidence on him to prove him a liar. That's the token of the sheet. The evidence, the blood evidence on the sheet. Then if she telling a lie, she not only is she telling a lie, she done got this man money. He done spent 50 what it say? 50 shekels of silver on to her daddy, and she's sitting up here being a whore and sleeping around. The daddy don't even know, Mike don't even know. Now that's gonna take up this part. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 42. Okay. Now here we go. Verse 9. It said, the father waketh for the daughter when when no man knoweth, and care for her, taketh away sleep when she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be barren. Verse 11. Keeper should watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make you a laughing stock to your enemies and a proud byword in the city. So the father had to keep a watch over this child and make sure she don't sit around here and get pregnant in his house. So you had many issues going on. It was gonna be shameful for his daughter to get pregnant. If he jump out there and arrange a marriage, and this man, he owed this man, he done got the money from this man, and this man find out that the daughter ain't a virgin, that he gonna be a laughing stock in the city, because this man gonna want his money back, and then his daughter gonna get stoned by the elders for trying to deal with this other man and mess up his situation. He done went in and had relations with the daughter and found out that ain't no blood on the scene. Now you just done went and had relations with this man's daughter and ain't no blood on the scene. He's sleeping with whores. He done married a whole whore. You see? So this is the whole element of what's going on. It ain't just somebody, let's go back to that. Deuteronomy 22:28. This is when both of these people is consenting. She consented with it, and he it says, and they be found, then the man that lie with her shall give the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. She shall be his wife, because he have humbled her. Him humbling her and him having to take her as a wife, this is going back to Deuteronomy 23:17. See, it says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. So now, them two just can't make a deal with each other. See, a man and a woman just can't be in Israel and just jump out there and deal with each other. That can't go down. See, because now that's just not how they did things. They had arranged marriages, and if the man had to keep watch over his daughter so the arranged marriage can go smoothly. And they had evidence for the man. If he wanted to play games, they had certain evidence for that. You see, and they was trying not to have this woman pregnant in her father's house. That's why the Joseph and Mary situation was a certified situation, that he got her pregnant in her father's house, and he was gonna try to put her away so the shame wouldn't go on her father. But they couldn't do that. The angel told them not to do that. But here go the other issue. Age is not in the Bible. See, they don't say Joseph was 35 and Mary was 15. They don't say Ezekiel was 25 at this point, and then he turned 54 and he was doing this. They don't have age in the Bible. Age is not in the Bible. So when you let's go back to Ecclesiastes 42. It was 9, I think. It says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man careth, when no man knoweth. And I mean, he wake up in the morning worried about his daughter when people are asleep. And the care for her taketh away sleep. See, he wake up in the night worrying about his daughter because she can creep out and do some mess. when she is young. See, what that young mean? Is that 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? Nobody know. The Bible don't say age. It don't have a specific number on age, man. Now that's changed the whole conversation. Ain't nobody talking about no 12, 13, 14, 15. You don't know. You do not know. It do not say. So for you to jump out there and say something you don't know. Now this thing say, lest she pass away the flower of her age. The flower of her age. What's the flower of her age? That age can go back to a period of time. You don't know. Then flower means it's giving you an example of a plant, because a plant it's when it's young, you can tell it's a young plant. But when it blooms, that means this is a mature flower now. It's bloomed. And that's what it's talking about. This child is not a child anymore. She has bloomed. Now, puberty can be an indicator, but puberty do not have to have. They didn't say puberty here. See, and that don't mean that it's talking about puberty. But let's look at the real world and what's going on in the real world. See, the real world gonna tell you. You ain't a lot of stuff. Just like he say, the signs in the heaven will tell you what's going on. Just like the flower. The flower was gonna tell you what was going on when this thing is in bloom. When it's bloom. When is it mature? See, that bloom can go to maturity. When she trying to get her groove on. When are these children trying to get their groove on? When are these children trying to have sex? When are these children develop to where they trying to deal with boys? That's why the man got to keep an eye on her, because she gonna go out and try to get with these boys, or these boys trying to get with her. When do boys try to get with girls? At a certain age. So let's go into these instances where these young people all through America is doing this, man. 13. Let me get out of that. We're going to start from the beginning. Getting pregnant at 13. Okay. Pregnant at 13. Pregnant in the 6th grade. 13. I was pregnant with 2 possible baby daddies at 13. 13-year-olds try to get pregnant. See? Why are they thinking about this at 13? Why is it going on, man? Why is it going on? 13 pregnancy. Is these little bitty children that's thinking about relations? Finding out I was pregnant. 13, telling my mother for the first time. Come on, man. What is the conversation about? Is this not going on in the real world? These children is thinking about. So we gonna stop it here. Hold on, pause that.
At the age of 13.
Perfect. Pause that. Now let's go to the New Testament and see what was going on. What did Paul say about this? Because it was an issue back then. Look what he say. He say, but if any man think that he behave himself uncomely toward his virginity, if she pass the flower of her age, then so require, let him do what he will, he sinneth not, let them marry. You see, if both of these children. Now that's another issue. Who said that it got to be some man trying to grab some woman that's just maturing, even though there's a possibility. A man could have a son that's 25 in the American mindset, that's 25, and he trying to get with a daughter that's 16. Now, is 16 the flower of her age? She got maturity and she looking at the boys and boys coming after her? Come on, man. Nobody can be talking about, oh, she ain't 18. What the American government say that's legal. Nah, but in Georgia they legal at 16, but in New York they not legal to the 18. So what the? So certain states can dictate when it's the flower of her youth. Who dictating the flower of the youth? Is it when she start bleeding at 12 or 13? Is it when the state of Georgia say she can be um, ready to get married and sin not? Or is it when the state of New York says she can get married and sin not? Who is the dictator of the law of marriage and of the somebody doing something undecent? Because look at the record, man. These children is getting pregnant all through. Finding out I was pregnant at 13. 14 pregnant. Young pregnancy. Hell, my 13-year-old is having a baby. Come on. 11-year-old baby. Why is people keep throwing up these suggestions and they don't know what the heck they talking about, man? See, they don't know what they're talking about, but they want to run their mouth and slander people. See, this is the whole issue. Why is the slander going on? And the situation is clear. First of all, if it's just like the American government, they not telling nobody to have sex or to get with the same sex, but the law say that it's a legal thing that people can do it, but they not suggesting that you do it. How don't you understand when something is just a law? See, now, going back to Deuteronomy 22 and 28. Okay, he laid hold of this virgin, and he got to pay the daddy some money and married the girl because he done just broke all the rules of the arranged marriage. Now, I'm thinking, no, this not what I was finna go into, because I want to address that other thing where they were saying that in the wartime, when they was warring with these other countries or other nations, not countries but other nations, that they would take the girls that was virgins. Now, when they were taking the girls that was virgins, it don't say that they was gonna have relations with them. See, it don't say that they was gonna lay down with the girl. They could get a girl to their son. They can wait till the girl develop into a certain period of time. Now, one of them say when they took the girl, they would shave her hair off, and then they would get with the girl after she mourned her mother and father and make the girl their wife. In one instance, then another instance say they would just take the girl if they wasn't with a man, kill the women and take the girls who ain't been with a man. So the instance that they cut the hair, that's when he didn't just jump out there and grab the girl and do what he wanted to do. He was in order. It was an order to the situation. First, you got to cut her hair off. Now you got to sit her in your house for a month, feed her, clothe her, take care of her, till she mourn her family. She gonna realize that everybody in her family and her nation or wherever she was living is dead. She gonna have to get over that. But she still got to live in the world. And a woman depending on men, they depending on their father or they depending on their husband. It wasn't no you can get some welfare and let the government take care of you. It wasn't no orphanage sitting around with these fatherless what you call it? Yeah, orphanage where a bunch of people sitting around living together, but they don't not kin to each other, and they got one overseer over the orphanage. That stuff didn't exist. So you can't look at it how the people in America look at stuff, because they don't got their situation set up where they got orphanage and daycare and all this kind of stuff, looking after the juvenile home and all this kind of stuff. They didn't have all that, man. The men was the ones that take care of people. They took care of their wives, they took care of the children. That's who was taking care of the people. So you can't look at it how you people look at America. But that's what they try to do, fit the scriptures into fit the ancient world and how things were being done with stinking funky America. When other countries is still living like they were living back then. They don't depending on the government ain't doing everything. That's why America putting all these military bases around here, trying to dictate what people do in their house. And dictate what these other countries do, because the other countries really living like the scriptures in the ancient ways that they was living back in the day. But they trying to match the wrong thing to the Bible and try to make it seem like the Bible crazy. And you just don't understand. If you take time to understand it, then it would be something that you can read and know that there ain't nothing being done that's wrong. But it's not condoning somebody just going up and grabbing somebody, man. Oh, the other issue with this Deuteronomy. So say if he didn't have the money to pay this man after he slept with this daughter of his that was a virgin. Now in the law, if you owed somebody money and you was in debt, you had to work that off. That's what Jacob had to work off. The money he had to work to pay for Leah and Rachel. He had to work 14 years. So you had to either work for this man to get his daughter. You had to be his certified servant. You had to be his servant, his slave to get his daughter. If you didn't have them 50 shekels of silver. If you had it, whoop-de-doo, okay, congratulations. But if you didn't have it, you got to be this man's slave. So what? And you finna have to take care of his daughter. So after you work for me, for who know how long for you to get this silver. That way it was 7 years. After you work for me these 7 years, that's a long time to try to get a woman, man. We don't have to work nowadays in this wicked system. We don't have to wait no freaking 7 years for nobody. And when you become a man in America or get a job at 16, if these boys had to wait from 16 all the way up to 16, 4, 4, and then 16, 4, then 3 more years. What's that? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23, from 16 to 23, you got to work for this man for his daughter. Come on, man. You hit puberty at 16, you ready to go in. You ain't finna sit around and wait till you 23 years old to try to get with this woman. See, this is the kind of stuff was going on in the ancient world. Even if the girl was 14 and he was 17, he still got to wait. He still got to work them 7 years. He probably ain't got no money. And if he got the money, then it's all good. But if you say he ain't got the money, he's 17, she 13 or 14. He got to work 7 years for her daddy to get this girl. This is the stuff that was going on in the ancient world. But they trying to match that crap with today, and it don't match, man. They just using this situation to try to put slander on somebody and say somebody preaching, oh, you can go grab a girl. No, that's not what nobody is saying. They saying look at what the scriptures say in 28. If a man. This is hypothetical. So if you think you're going to take it there, this is where we going to take it. This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to work 7 years for this child, or you better hope you done work 7 years and got 50 shekels of silver. If Not saying go grab a woman if you want her and then she gonna become your wife. If you see, just go look for you a woman and go grab her and she gonna become your wife. No, they're saying if a Negro jump out there and grab some freaking girl, he ain't went and made arrangements with her father. He ain't went to his father to tell his father to go make arrangements with her father. See, now you gonna have to suffer the consequences, man. The consequences is you gonna have to work 7 years or hope your father got 50 shekels of silver, and she got to be your wife, and you got to take care of her, and you can't put her away. She just gonna be your wife forever. You can't give her no bill of divorce, none of that. You got to take care of this woman and be with her. But this ain't say she yelled out and belched out. This because both of them got found. They be found. See, they be found say a lot. That say a lot. But either way it go, they breaking the arranged marriage situation that was going on in the community. The Lord had set up arranged marriage at the end of the day. And anything outside of arranged marriage was dealt with and had laws to deal with it, but that ain't what the Lord set up for somebody to just go grab somebody. And the thing about the Benjamites, that's another lie too, because all the elders of the village came together and arranged a situation. They arranged for their children to go in the vineyard and meet each other and have they arranged that marriage situation, man. At the end of the day, the elders arranged the marriage. They arranged the dance, and the men was gonna grab them somebody that they liked, and that's how it was gonna go. The sons was gonna grab somebody that they liked from the tribe of Benjamin out of the other tribes, grab one of their daughters, and don't think that the daughters of the other tribes was sent to that dance not knowing that they was gonna get grabbed, that they was gonna get chose by somebody. Come on, man. None of this stuff that they create in their mind is happening. But see, this the other element, if I can fit it on this video. Now, you do have an element of women liking this rough sex mess. Now, don't get that twisted with what the heck was going on in Israel. Israel was not dealing with no rough sex, man. They were not dealing with the fetishes of these women. Just because a woman have a fetish to be choked and do whatever she wants you to pull her hair, all this crap, that ain't got nothing to do with what was going on in the civilization of the Israelites. They were civilized and they had laws and they had arranged marriages, and that's how things went down. You had like I said before, the daughters, you had to watch over them because they'll want to jump out there and be a hoe. You see what they doing now. The boys and the men, you had to make sure that they know if you mess with somebody, woman, we gonna put you to death. If you lie and get with and try to lie on my daughter, sleep with her and hit the road, we gonna charge you even double. That meaning you might have to work for 28 years for this child if you're a broke behind Negro. If your father ain't got no money. Then outside of that, the fathers, they better keep a watch over their daughter and make sure she ain't sitting around here bringing shame on his name. All of that is in the equation. You can't jump out there and make silly behind statements, not understanding the society that you talking about. See, that's like somebody say that crap in America. Oh, you can drop a sex drug on a woman and get her pregnant and she'll abort the baby. You ain't got to worry about it. No, they got laws in America. She can take you to jail and your behind can go to prison, man. it's all kind of stuff that's going on. You just can't make statements and don't tell the whole story. See, it's a whole story that's going on, and you got to understand all the elements. This is like them saying Mary was a virgin. No, she was not a virgin. That's a lie. It was arranged marriages, and if she sat up there and he sat up there and got pregnant in her father's house, that was a major problem in the situation. Did Joseph pay for her daddy? They don't give you all the details. Did Joseph pay her daddy to get with her? First of all, did he work for her daddy for 7 years? What was the situation? They don't tell you all the details. They just say she was married. I mean, she was pregnant, and he wanted to put her away. So these people that's jumping out there, and the main problem is the slander, because now they try to put on the Israelites in general that they preaching some rape doctrine. No, man, nobody preaching no rape doctrine. Or they trying to say that the Bible condone rape, and it don't. It don't condone you just going to grab a random woman. How you gotta if arranged marriages on the scene, there's no way you can just it's somebody thinking in their head, oh, I'm gonna just go grab a random woman. No, it's arranged this society deals with arranged marriage. Come on, man. Only in America that they don't deal with arranged marriages. The custom in America, the usual situation is that you go to these nightclubs and you meet somebody in the schoolhouse or you see somebody and you go back and tell your parents you found somebody that you like, and do they want to come to the wedding when y'all get married? You ask your parents to participate. And this, the parents let you know you finna participate. Totally different. But I'm gonna leave it there, man. All praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Rikakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.